You're good.
Yeah.
I see you, bud.
Yes, yeah.
Coach Kenny was instantly talking about how the defense was a little bit sluggish near the end and a couple of those scrimmages, and the run game was just necessarily just running through you guys. Can you necessarily just address what's going on with the D-line?
Well, I mean, we're still installing, and we're getting really good looks in the run game, and it's great because we're not going to get a false sense of confidence. I mean, we're better up front on both sides of the ball, and when you got to do your 111th on defense and you got to do your job. If one guy's not in the fit or he misses a tackle, and those are things that happen. But to me, it's an opportunity for us to get better and to learn from it, and not get a false sense of security in terms of our ability to stop the run. And, they broke off a couple runs, but the positive that we'll take away from practice today is just I think they had 6 or 7 series in the red zone, and they basically got 1 touchdown out of it. You know what I mean? So. Like 1 real touchdown. I mean, when it was thud tempo, we had guys there, and who knows if we make the play or not. But in terms of, we played some pretty good red zone defense for a red zone install day. So, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When you watch the film from Tuesday, the third down stuff, it seemed like you got a lot of pressure. What did you think about how guys played there?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, again, it's just, it's install day. We made a lot of mistakes. And big thing, and this is the thing that Coach Zillingham's trying to emphasize, is the energy. And, we talk about it all the time on defense. We just want to be consistent. And, we got some new faces, and it's part of the process, really. And really, it's encouraging, too, because it shows that the offense is establishing identity themselves. So, again, it's anytime you're challenged, it's an opportunity to grow, and can't wait to watch the film and get better from it. And come out on the scrimmage day on Saturday and improve upon it.
When you talk about the new guys, as far as this assimilation process, now that they've been practicing, a handful of times, are you pleased with the progress? Because then you have to be realistic on the one end, but on the other hand, you want to see some results at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. We have some experienced guys on defense that we brought in, for the portal. We have younger guys who are going into their second year here, and then we have older guys that are going into their second year here. So the disparity right now, and mixing and matching a lot of groups, like we mixed and matched our first group and our second group today with some guys that were in our third group, and some of those guys, they're still learning a brand new language, and it's funny talking to some of those guys. They really do. They just get it mixed up, and I'm pretty clear. And there's a lot of guys that teach like part to get to the whole. Well, right now we're teaching the whole, and then we're cleaning it all up. So we're just, that's where we're at right now. So guys are still learning it, and every time they take a test, they got to come out here and do it, on defense. And being the 5th practice, we're so much further ahead than where we've ever been. We have so much more in than we've ever had, and I'm excited to see what practice 6 and so on is going to look like, because it's only going to just continue to look better, and the communication is going to keep getting better.
Coach Nkuba is necessarily one of those guys that you were talking about who's just new and trying to adjust the system. What was it like looking at him through the recruiting process? What did you see in him, and how do you think he can be successful despite being so young?
Yeah, I mean, he's a young guy who's still learning. We're going to continue to evaluate him in terms of the live periods, but his positives are he's been blessed with great length and size. He's still a young guy, so he's going to continue to mature and develop. He's a great communicator. He's really smart. He's really intelligent. Has a high football IQ, and all the same reasons. And we've seen all those things and why we recruited him. So we're excited to see his development.
What about the other freshmen, the freshman newcomers? You got the other 2 DBs, Martel, Ramar. How they jumped out?
Oh yeah, they're doing great. I mean, they're guys who are still trying to figure it out, and learning when to play fast, when not to, when to let their ability take over, and the more they learn what to do and how to do it, and when they get to the why they're doing it, you're going to really see those guys really blossom and show out.
A guy like Keith Abney, do you see him more at corner rather than nickel?
I don't know. He's just so valuable at 2 positions. I would argue there's probably nobody on defense that has a higher football IQ, and he's a guy that's going to play a lot of football for us.
Coach, you talked about some of the interchangeableness in the defensive back group. What has that group kind of meant to the defense so far? Only 5 days in.
Yeah, well, we haven't done a whole lot of interchanging. Keith's probably the only guy. As we get our install, kind of move past our install and more to cleaning things up. Rather than everything being brand new, then we're going to start to move guys around, see where their best fit is. But right now we got our guys learning certain positions, and when we feel like they're really comfortable in those positions, then we'll try them out in others.
How would you assess linebacker play so far in the spring practices?
Yeah, I mean, they're still figuring things out. They're still learning exactly what the standard is in that room. When you lose a guy like Trey Brown, and Tate's not practicing, those are guys that, brought a lot of consistency to that position. So when you bring in, some talented guys like Zyrus and Jordan and Keyshawn, they're still like, it's still, they're in their 51st dates mode. Like, there's still brand new things that they're still trying to learn, and once the terminology gets set, you've seen those guys flash already. They've made some plays here in these first 5 practices. I'm just excited to see those guys and just how they continue to progress.
Coach said that the energy just needs to change going into Saturday just to finish the week strong. Do you feel like there's anything specific that needs to change after a couple days in pads, and anything specific that just needs to
I mean, it's like, here's the thing, like, defense is interesting. And this is just like, you could have 5 really bad plays and 2 good ones, and it was a great day for the offense. If you have 3 explosive plays like we gave up today, and they move the football, and 3, you give up a deep pass on the sideline, you give up a blown coverage in palms, you give, you give up a long run on the very first play of team, it doesn't feel like a great day, but, on the first drive, we held them to a field goal, and then they come back, they hit us on a deep ball, and they finish the drive with a great score in the red zone. They run over, a couple guys on 3rd and 8 from the, we got them to 3rd and 8, we get them off the field, and they got to kick another field goal, and now the whole practice is different. So, yeah, we got to have better energy, we got to be able to respond, and, one of those things, we got to put pressure on guys, see if they are going to respond, and that's really where we're at. So, that's defense in a nutshell. I mean, you remember the couple or few bad plays, not the dozen good plays, and guys got to understand that. I mean, that really is. That's the world we live in, and that's where we just got to change. We're expecting more out of our defense in that.
It's literally what Kenny said.
Yeah.
He said the same thing.
But
About give up 1 play on defense, and everybody talks about the 1 play, not the 10 great
100%.
plays.
Yeah. Well, it's you can see it. That's why he came over in our huddle and got our guys going, and his energy was great, and it really helped us. Yeah. So I mean, you saw that in the next 2 series, we keep to get what 1 3 and out, and then another one they miss a field goal. So so it's just it's one of those things. We got and we're mixing and matching groups too. So I mean, it's a lot of competition out there. So it's exciting, and our offense is looking really good.
Coach, is that short memory part of that, the smaller details that the guys have been preaching about when I talk to them?
Yeah, those are the things. I mean, and a lot of that is just the learning curve too. I mean, here's the thing. Like, the big thing is we got to keep coaching, and we got to keep our message consistent, and we got to continue to emphasize what we think is the standard and what's going to allow us to be successful. We can't change the plan. We can't change what we're doing. We got to literally continue to emphasize, re-emphasize it. And once the guys see it, know what to do, how to do it, and why we're doing it, everything's going to come together, and we're going to be consistently good defense, which is what we want.